Sylvia.
Well, hello, Miss Laura. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. Today we're going to make a root vegetable soup.
Oh, cool. Never had one.
No
All right.
way!
Yeah.
Well, root vegetables are a winter vegetable, which means what happens is when the winter comes, the root holds all the starch and the nutrients, and we get to eat that during the winter. And then in the spring and summer, when the leaves come up, that's the part you should eat during the spring and summer.
Very nice.
Did you know that?
No. Well, I never thought of it that way. That's good to know.
That's
all right.
right.
Very good.
So, root vegetables, what do we have today? Well, we have onion.
Oh, okay.
That's a root vegetable.
I always forget this is a root vegetable.
Potatoes.
Good.
And we have turnip.
Okay.
Lots of different types of turnips out there.
Turnip.
We have a, what's this? Rutabaga.
Okay, thank you. See, I never. Okay, that's good. And carrots. Yeah.
Thank goodness you knew carrots.
Yep, I know
And
carrots.
let's see if you know this one.
Oh my gosh. Wait. Nope.
Smell it. What does it smell like?
Like celery almost.
Celery root.
Oh boy. All right. I guess I never had a
Yay.
celery root.
Well, you are today.
Cool.
So the cool thing about a vegetable root soup is you can do it vegetarian or you can do it for people who eat meat. If you're going to do it vegetarian, then all you have to do is put your root vegetables into some water,
Okay.
and then you can buy a vegetable stock at the store, and then let them simmer gently with lots of different herbs and spices, and then you have vegetable soup. What we're going to do today is I made some chicken broth. And we're going to use that as some of our flavoring. You okay with that?
Yeah,
Super.
I'm good with that. Good.
So I like to make mine in a big pot. Do you have a big red pot? Let me bring that over.
Right there.
Bring it over.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is just slam it over here.
This way, good.
We're going to cut these boogers up. Whoop, did I
right.
say boogers on the video?
You did.
We're going to cut these nutritious organic vegetables up.
That's yeah.
So this is what we're going to do. Is we're going to cut off the ends, and we're going to do what with these?
Do you use them as mulch?
Yay!
Yay, I got one right.
And I like to cut the vegetable in half, and then cut it into big chunks.
Okay.
So maybe 4 across, and then 2 across.
Okay.
So you can see, I have chunky vegetables.
Okay. Good.
Throw them in the pot.
Looks easy.
That's right. So we're going to cut up the rutabaga. It doesn't have to be fancy. Remember,
good.
they're big chunks. They're going to cook down. However, if you want your soup to cook faster, use smaller chunks. If you want your soup to cook evenly, oh man, you got that all over my video. Embarrassing.
I was trying to hold this.
Carrots.
Okay, let's get that. Wait, let me make sure I finish sneezing.
That's okay. I'll just continue doing all the work while you clean up your nose. Try to get good help around here. Really. She just lets me use her kitchen.
It usually comes in
Carrots.
in 3s or 5s. Hold on. Oh.
3s or 5s. Well, you're just telling the customers way too much information on this video.
Too much. Too much info. Okay.
Sure. You can start talking about your sex life now too. It might be on a different channel. So I cut up the carrots. Everybody knows how to cut the carrots.
I'm back.
Yay!
Yay!
Turnip.
Turn up.
Again, we want to be very careful with our knives. We want to cut the ends off.
Okay. Great.
Yep.
So we have the carrots in there, and what else do we have? The carrots,
Rutabaga.
the rutabaga,
Yep.
and this is a turnip.
Turnip. And turnips are hot. I mean, not as hot as a radish, but they have a spicy flavor to them.
Okay.
And I believe we made a juicing video before.
We did.
I like to juice all of these vegetables, believe it or not.
Wow.
The turnip is very juicy.
Really?
Have you had a turnip before?
No, never.
Taste me.
Okay.
What does it taste like to you?
It's actually a little on the sweet side. It's good.
Yeah, sweet and a little peppery, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you taste one of the rutabaga? Let me cut that a little smaller for you. Don't suffer too much. Taste the rutabaga and tell me what that tastes like to you.
Okay, this is a little stronger, but it's good. What is it? It's like radish.
In a
It's kind of
sense,
like
little
a-
carroty kind of.
Yeah, it's good.
You could also put a turnip in here too. I'm not a big fan of turnips, but you know, if you like turnips, you can use that too. It's similar to a carrot. Okay. We have
Good.
potatoes. Now, I prefer to use a red potato or a Yukon Gold because it holds up better in the soup, but these were free.
Oh, so hey, Kent, you gotta
My
use
father
that.
came by with 20-pound bags of
nice.
potatoes. And I'm like, really, Dad? So
Oh,
I gave some to
nice.
charity, and
And we're using some here,
we're
which
using
is good.
some here today.
This is good. But usually you like using the red better
The red or the Yukon Gold.
because they hold better.
They hold better, and if you make mashed potatoes, they're a better choice for mashed potatoes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh.
They don't get as mushy.
Okay.
Now look at this potato. I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera, but it has a little brim on it. We don't want that.
Okay.
We're going to cut that off
Cut that
and
off.
throw that
Sounds
away.
good. That's in our mulch pile.
Ever throw, did you ever grow potatoes in your...
Nope. Nope.
What you want to do is find a potato. You guys know what eyes are, right?
No.
An eye on a potato.
Oh, is that like the little
The little root
sprout?
that comes up?
Yes, okay.
So if you get a potato that's starting to rot and the roots are coming up, the energy's coming up out of the starch.
Oh.
And so once you have like 3, cut that big piece out, put it in some soil, and then you'll get a beautiful green plant. And dig through it
nice.
like once a month and see what potatoes are growing, and then you'll know to grow them.
Oh, okay. Okay,
how
that's
exciting.
nice. I'm gonna have to try that.
Okay. Celery root.
Okay.
Smells like celery.
Can we take a little break? I want to make sure.
Okay.
Did you want to make? No, we're good. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
It's all editing.
Okay. Celery. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Celery root. Want to be really careful with this one too. It's very hard. But smell that. What does it smell like to you?
Mmm. Okay, hold on. It's kind of like a citrus smell.
Mm-hmm. Citrusy, celery.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that is nice.
But our root vegetables, the nutrients are, a lot of nutrients are in the skin. So you want to clean your vegetables and keep the skin on.
Okay.
The celery root is different. The celery root has a lot of different pockets and nodules that carry a lot of dirt.
Oh, so that's what
we
you
wash it
want.
off, and now we're just going to cut it off.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
And if you notice, my cutting hasn't been very fancy at all. So
I
you can-
noticed. I didn't want to say anything, but
well, you
I
know,
did notice.
years of professional training, and we're cutting like a slob. Well, the thing is this is rustic cooking.
Ah, okay.
It's cold outside.
It is. It's very
You
cold.
want something warm that you can cook up in an hour.
Yes, that would be nice.
So
okay.
we're gonna. Look at that, beautiful,
Oh,
isn't it?
nice.
Beautiful.
No, I never knew you could eat celery root like this. This is
Yep.
cool.
Now there's different varieties of celery. Some celeries don't create the root like this,
Oh, okay.
but you can get these even organic. I got this one at Whole Foods.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
You did?
Yep.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
So we're almost done with the celery root,
Yay.
and then we're going to cut the onion because I like to save that for last.
Okay.
Can you guess why?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think I can get. Nice.
And notice how small your little onions are now.
Very nice. Very cool. Well, that was a good tip.
It
Nice and
is.
easy.
All right,
I like that.
let's take the towel and wipe that off a
Okay.
little, and I'm going to rinse this real quick. Okay, so I've added the root vegetables. I added ginger. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Yummy.
And so what we want to do is we want to add some of the stock. Do you know how to make a chicken stock?
Not really.
Okay, you roast a chicken for about an hour and a half at 350.
Okay.
You let it cool and you debone it. Okay, then you take the bones and you put them in a bunch of water with maybe some carrots and onions, and you slowly roll boil that probably for about 40 minutes, and you have chicken stock.
Really? And it's just with the bones then?
Just with the bones, yep.
Okay.
Yep. And that's the
Cool.
difference when you see chicken stock and then you'll see chicken broth.
Okay.
The only difference is some uses the meat and some uses just the bones.
Oh, okay.
So
Sounds good.
I
All
already
right.
made some ahead of schedule.
Very
And you
good.
can notice that there's a layer of fat on here.
Yes.
You know, if you eat primal, you know that animal fat, this is an organic chicken, so the animal fat is healthy for you, and there's going to be so much, it's really not going to be that too
Okay,
much.
that's great.
If you didn't want it, you can always just take this layer of fat off.
Okay.
Okay? But fat is
We
flavor.
want it, yes.
Fat
So
is
it's
flavor
good.
if you ever listen to Julia Child.
Okay.
And she knows it all.
That's right.
One other root vegetable that I forgot to tell you about is garlic.
Oh.
Woo! What I've done,
Oh my gosh. Oh,
I buy a lot of garlic at one time. I cut it up very fine, put it in some olive oil, keep it in the fridge in a jar.
That's
And so when I want to cook with it, I just throw it, you know.
Oh, that's a great
little chunk
idea.
here or there. And the olive oil is garlicky infused now too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yummy.
Hey, that's a great idea. Good.
So,
okay.
What
Smells
we
great.
have is our chicken stock, our root vegetables, our garlic. Now what we're going to need is some spices.
All right.
This is where it gets exciting.
Yay. Okay, let's go.
There's a variety of ways you can spice it up. You can go with Italian. You can do heavy rosemary, thyme, oregano, and basil.
Wow.
Okay. You can do it more Indian or Ayurvedic, where you can use turmerics and fennel and fenugreek. So, which one would you like to do?
Oh my goodness. You pick.
Italian.
Okay, Italian. Let's do Italian.
So what do we have here? We have thyme, and I always like fennel.
Okay.
It's a great digestive herb, and it's very sweet. Add some flavor to it. Do you have, here is some fresh from the garden.
Good.
So tell me, do you have any oregano? Because I forgot mine.
Yes, I do.
Grab it. So with the thyme, watch this. Very, one heaping tablespoon. I mean heaping, which is a palmful. My measurements are very accurate, huh? 1 heaping tablespoon of fennel seeds. Yummy. Now I have dried basil from my garden, so we're going to go ahead and take the big handful of these leaves. We're going to crush them real quick and dump them in. I've added a sprig of rosemary. And for a little heat, I like to add some chili flakes. You can use cayenne pepper if you want, but just a little goes a long way, so I'm talking maybe 1/4 teaspoon. And then last but not least, some oregano.
Yes, all right.
And again, 1 big heaping tablespoon.
Oh, wow. Okay, that
Oof.
much. Wow, that looks great.
The reason why a lot of people's dishes don't taste good is because they don't go overboard with the herbs and the seasonings.
Wow.
Herbs and seasonings are, they're very healthy for us. They're like plant medicine. So yummy.
That's great. No, that looks wonderful in there.
So
Awesome.
I put in some Italian herbs. I put some chili pepper, just a little,
Okay.
rosemary, thyme, oregano, some fennel seeds. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this mixture. You keep stirring it, it's going to disappear.
Oh.
We're going to put this on the stove. We're going to bring it to a small rolling boil until the vegetables are tender. So we're looking at about 30 to 40 minutes.